right, week 2 of spring migration 2025. Today is Sunday, it is not Saturday. I filmed last week on Saturday, this week I'm filming it on Sunday. Yesterday was May 10th, which was Global Big Day. If any of you guys don't know what that is, Global Big Day is a day that's declared by the people behind the apps eBird and Merlin, which I talked about in the last video. It typically falls during the overall peak of migration, and people try and go out and get as many birds as they can all over the world. So I was going crazy, I was going full hardcore mode for that, and just sort of scoping out, seeing what I can get today. So yeah, so I'm back at it today, ready to go. We are going to the same spot we went to last week, for those of you who watched my week 1 video. If not, I will link that here. The general sort of consensus I got yesterday was that there's a lot there, but you're hearing a lot, but you're not seeing a lot, you know? The real rare stuff was calling once every 5 minutes or so, and I would never see it. So I'd be staying there for like 20 minutes in the same spot waiting for it to show up, and it never would. So hopefully our luck's a little bit better today with what decides to show up. Yesterday I got 68 species, which is close to my record. My record in one day is 76 in 2023. So hopefully we can get close to that. Last week I was so excited talking about the Baltimore Orioles and how they're finally here, and the first one came the day before filming that and everything. We are a week later now, and we've had probably 7 or 8 different birds, different Orioles, come to that feeder. They come consistently throughout the day, sometimes more than one at once. I'll see up to 3 fighting for the jelly and the oranges on there. It's crazy. So the Orioles, I was excited about them last week. Now they are old news. Out with the old, in with the new. We're looking for warblers this week. The red-headed woodpecker has still not come by my house. We're still waiting for it. It's not too late. It can still stop by. Fingers crossed it does. I really hope it does. And if I end up seeing it in my backyard, I will be absolutely sure to let you guys know. Yeah, I am really excited about today, and I have a good feeling that we're gonna see some really cool stuff. So we're almost there. I'll see you there. All right, here we go. We're just going right in this week. We're not going to, we're not stopping at the water for anything. There's already an Oriole up there. There goes. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's not bad. Where are you now? Never mind, that's not that great. Wow, it's a quiet morning. Maybe you're gonna have to wait a little bit to hear anything. I always love when the sun pokes through the trees over there. It's always so cool. I hear yellow warblers and Orioles. That's pretty much it. Right down there, I mean, right past that curve is where all the warblers typically are. Yeah, right where the sun starts poking out over there, that's where all the warblers are. Or that's where they like to go, I should say. I don't know if they're there right now, or if they want to be seen or heard, but if we were going to find any, that's where they'd be, right at the beginning. Let's go down there, see what we can get. Okay, I'm hearing a little bit more. The big one that's here now that wasn't last week are the Tennessee warblers. Not big because they're rare, but big just because they're so loud. It's all you can hear. It's that repeated, like, clicking. There's just one right now. Imagine when there's like a couple or a dozen. It gets so loud. Well, there we go. There's a palm warbler up there. I'm hearing lots of different things. I heard a black-pole warbler and I heard the parula. No idea where it could be though. All right, let's go down this little trail here. See if we can find anything. Oh, I got a Tennessee warbler. Finally. Tennessee warblers are so hard to spot. They don't move very often and they always stay high at the top of the trees. And their call is so loud that it's disorienting. Feels like it's coming from all directions, so they're really hard to locate. Hello. Okay, I got some gray ones. That was a yellow warbler. I wish it was in the sunlight though. Take what I can get. Okay, a bunch of geese. With their goslings over there, probably the same ones we saw last week. Geese, ducks, swallows. Ooh, that's a close egret. Over there. Get an egret shot here every time. Let's head back here and see what we can get. It's looking like it's starting off pretty similar to how yesterday did, where a lot of the stuff is making noise, as you can definitely hear, but not a lot wants to show itself. But yesterday I was patient and I stayed in that spot because, again, I'm hearing so much. Amongst all the high-pitched stuff, there's black-pole warblers. That's a big one. This is what I'm talking about. Look at how much the app is hearing. This is what I'm trying to go after. Some of these are wrong because it messes up sometimes, but like the black-pole warbler, Tennessee warblers, obviously, that's the main one you hear. Parula, yellow warbler. I really want to get that parula. We're going to stay here until we get it. All right, I found it. I don't see it, but it's way closer to the path now. Okay, it's somewhere in here. Where is it? Maybe it's straight above me. Yeah, it's like right above me. Shoot, of course it's in like the... somewhere in this mess. Just stopped, I couldn't find it. Alright, we'll come back to that place. But visit where the grosbeak typically likes to go. See if we can find anything in there. Ooh, there's a Cooper's hawk. Maybe that's what the problem was. Hear how quiet everything got. That was crazy. I don't know if it was there the whole time and I just didn't see it or what, but that would explain why stuff wasn't showing. We're approaching where we saw the grosbeak last week. I did see it yesterday. It definitely just likes this place. I remember in previous years I've seen the grosbeak there. It's probably the same bird that just keeps coming back. Morning dove. The only thing that will show its face to me today. That's a good example of what the Tennessee warblers sound like. I'll wait for it to do it again. They just do that in the tree all day. If both weeks end up being like this, I'll probably go to a new spot because there is a lot of stuff here, but it just makes it so tough to see anything with the landscape. And if they're going to be less active like this, I want to have the best opportunity possible. Like over here, there's not even anything calling. I really want to get that parula. So it's a bad combo today of a little bit of a challenging location and just not a lot of activity. Morning dove's in the sunlight now. The other picture we got is in the shade. Spider. Oh, that's cute. I'm gonna have a huge spider on me. The amount of webs that I've walked through today, I'm gonna get home and there's gonna be like a tarantula on my back. And I'm acting like there's nothing here. There's still, like, I can't hear. There's a wren and a sparrow. So like that, like, those are two great birds in there that we don't get throughout the whole year. The house wren and the white-crowned sparrow. Like, those are two great birds. So I shouldn't be like acting like nothing's out here, like I'm not getting any pictures, because I am. It's just, it's not the really special stuff, you know? And it's tough hearing one of the rarest birds you've heard that you've been waiting for a while, and it just disappears right in front of you before you can get a picture, because you're like 99% of the way there. So we're coming back to the sort of warbler area. I'll stay here for a little while longer, and then if I can't get anything here. Ooh. Okay, I'm seeing some stuff. Alright. I'm getting it this time. I have been here staring straight up into this tree for like 30 minutes. Typically I try to stay optimistic, but this is not looking good. I think I'm going to call it quits on that parula. It's been right in front of my face this entire time. It's in one of those trees. It must be in the most wooded spot possible. I know they like wooded areas, but you'd think it would show itself at least once. Okay, so that was a good way to end it off. These black pole warblers are really hard to spot. That one was in a really good position. It's that high-pitched clicking. But yeah, that's probably the best picture I've ever gotten of a black pole warbler. So not every time that you go out it's going to be perfect. It's going to be the best time ever, you know? Sort of have mediocre to low days like this, and that's okay. We'll come out again and we'll do a little bit better of a location, and it'll be much better. Okay, so kind of a dud. Not much came out. Similar to yesterday. Yesterday was a little better actually. Today was a little less activity. So I found a different spot, and I'm not so much, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go to a different spot. This is more so to scope it out for next time, because I want to see if we can find a better place that is more open. Because the thing I love about this place is how much stuff there is, but if you can't see any of it because there's so many trees that it's blocking everything, you know, what's the point? So this place isn't too far, so we're gonna check this out, and if I like this, then we know where the next episode of this series is gonna be at. So we'll see how it is. Okay, so this place is definitely a lot more open, as I can already tell. I'm barely out of the parking lot. All right. I like this. I like the open field and then the little bushes over here. I don't like this. Like, this is where you can't get photos, but that kind of thing, like where it's way far, that's where the good photos happen. Oh my gosh, there's so many geese. And the little goslings too. Like, look at how many this is. Hold on. Like, look at that. There's so many. Just everywhere. There's a white-crowned sparrow right up there. Oh, that's an even better spot. There it is. That's nice. Ooh. That's a... I was like, what the heck is that? It's a fishing bobber. That's funny. There's something up in that tree. A woodpecker, it looks like. I think it's a flicker, but we'll see. Is that a flicker? The sun's on it. I can't. Yeah, that is. Another flicker. Nice. Okay, there's a really rare warbler. It's a Cape May warbler. It's that. I think it's in the more wooded part. I think it's back there. Can't tell if that was it. I really hope that was it. It was. Finally, I actually got a rare one. Those Cape May warblers, those are not common either. I didn't even hear that at the other place. But I'm just glad it came out to the tops of the trees there, because if it didn't do that, then I wouldn't have been able to find it. Even though we had a good, even though we got a good spotting here, I don't think this section of the place is gonna be good, because it's too dense, like I was talking about. Like, if it wanted to be like the Parula and just bury itself in the trees, it totally could. And that is no good. Another catbird over there.
Pretty cool. We're seeing a lot of those this year so far. All right, well, at least now we know. There's still stuff here, but that highway is just right there. So we'll check out some other places next week for part 3.